New England Gardening here. This is one of my raised beds, and I wrapped the plastic around the boards in an effort to try to extend the life of the boards. And maybe in hindsight, I don't know if it's a good idea or not. You know, it's starting to shred up, and of course that's due to exposure to the sun, the UV light. And it probably helps somewhat, and I think the plastic that's you know, under the soil that doesn't get exposed to sunlight will keep the moisture away from the board. But you can see here I've got some mushrooms growing here, and I just recently noticed carpenter ants. And I can hear, you know, it's not a solid board anymore, and you can see the extent of the damage at the carpenter ants. It looks like they're in the end board here, so I might just try to replace this end board. So, you know, in hindsight, if I end up with these shredded pieces of plastic in the soil, it's not a good idea. So I might cut this plastic off so it's not hanging over the edge, because it's starting to shred and fall apart. So I'll try to clean up some of the plastic as best I can. So the reason I bring this up is I'm going to try this alternative, and it's a natural product, all natural product that's supposed to help preserve the wood, help protect it against mold, mildew, and fungus. I don't think it's necessarily an insecticide, so I don't know if it's going to prevent you know, termites or carpenter ants from starting to eat the wood. But if the wood isn't soft and it's not being attacked by mold and mildew to soften up the wood, it probably makes it more difficult for termites and insects to start penetrating the wood, or it takes them a little bit longer. But I'm going to try this product, and you can soak it, or you can, you know, spray with a sprayer, and give it several applications, and the wood will turn a gray color. So I actually bought some of this a couple of years ago, and I thought that they sent me a sample before my order arrived, because it was this very small packet of material that was stapled to the letter they had sent me. But that was my order, and it was for 1 gallon. So this product goes a long way. This here is enough for 5 gallons or 22 liters. It says on this package here. And this is what you receive. Let's see here. So you can, you know, add this to a sprayer, or mix up a batch in a pail. It'd be nice to be able to dip the wood for an extended period of time to let all this soak into the wood. And you can do that by putting together some cinder blocks or wood and some waterproof tarping or plastic, and create a trough. But I think I'm going to spray it and see how that works out. But I'll try this as an alternative now instead of the plastic. So I'm going to mix 4 teaspoons to 1 gallon. Just put this in my sprayer here. 1. Has some solid pieces in here. I hope they dissolve. Let's see what it looks like. It's supposed to be acidic, so it can cause some harm if you get it in your eyes. I recommend flushing your eyes for 15 minutes at a time if you get this in your eyes. I'll fill this up. I'll give this a stir. So, change of plans here. Upon reading the directions, it recommends that you let the mixtures sit for 10 to 15 minutes. There are particles that will not dissolve. That's normal. But they recommend if you use a sprayer to run it through a sieve and sift out all those particles. So I think I'm just going to brush it on. I'll dump this out and just brush it on. So it's been about 20 minutes. You can see here it's like a rust color, but there are all these bits and pieces in there that would just clog up the sprayer. I wonder if maybe I pour this through an old t-shirt. I can sift this out, put it in a sprayer. Maybe that's a solution. Okay, change of plans again. I'm just going to run this through an old t-shirt, get all these particles out, and then use the sprayer. So I'm not exactly sure what these leftover particles are. But that definitely would not have gone through the sprayer. So I'll spray this bare pine here with this stuff. These are the boards for a new raised bed. And we'll see what happens over a couple of days. Give it a good soaking on both sides. Soak the ends. So you can see the wood's darkened up considerably. This is what it used to look like. It's been over 3 days, and hopefully this will extend the life of my raised beds, but time will tell. So this is New England Gardening. This is naturally treating bare pine for raised beds to see if it extends the life of the raised beds as opposed to using the plastic that I originally used. So this is New England Gardening. It's starting to rain out again. Forecast of 3 days rain coming up. Thanks for watching.